Hi everyone, I am here with a story out of the All Creatures book. This one has some pictures. It is First Encounters with Our Faithful Friends, How I Met My Pet. Different stories on how people met their pets. Here's some pictures of the pets we're going to be talking about, I guess. Cute. What is that? Oh, a cat and a dog playing. I really like this. Beautiful. All right, let's read it. What is that sound? I heard it as soon as I pulled into our driveway that autumn afternoon. Some kind of wailing. I'm a civil rights lawyer, and I'd been away for 4 days on business. My clients and their families depended on me and their livelihoods. If I wasn't researching cases or writing briefs, I was meeting with clients or other attorneys. My brain was constantly in work mode. But now I couldn't think of anything except that wailing. My wife Robin and I had moved into my grandmother's old house in northeast Texas 11 months earlier. I'd lived in San Francisco 11 months earlier. I'd lived in San Francisco and Washington, D.C. for more than 20 years. But I'd felt called to return to my rural roots, though I wasn't entirely sure why. Readjusting to small-town life was hard. Robin, a financial consultant, and I were still so busy that we barely had time to say hello as we passed each other at the airport. I followed the sound to the old barn out back. The wailing intensified. I saw a flash under a bunch of boards. I carefully pulled up one and found a gray and white kitten, meowing loudly. I guess I'm rescuing a kitten today, I thought, scooping her up in my arms. Hello, I said. You are a big squeaker, huh? I took Squeaky inside and called my cousin Jordan, an animal rescuer. What do I do? She told me to warm a towel in the dryer for the kitten to sleep on. Make sure you get kitten formula, too. Gotta make sure to get the right kind of formula. When my little girl, when Dottie was, I had her before she was weaned. My friend gave her to me just like a day or two after she was born. She wasn't weaned at all. And I had to go to the vet and get special mother's milk for her and feed her with an eyedropper because she fit in the palm of my hand. She was so tiny. She knew me as her mother. She's my baby. And Sherm and Dottie met when Dottie was only 1. So they practically were in each other's lives the whole time as well. But yeah, you need that special formula because you can't just give them regular milk when they're that young. Once Squeaky was settled and fed, I took my 2 dogs, a black lab mix and a Great Pyrenees, for their walk. We got to the end of the driveway. Then for some reason, I chose a different route than usual and headed to the pasture down the road. The dogs sniffed the unfamiliar surroundings. I heard a rustling in the long grass. No, it can't be. A dirty, reddish retriever-like puppy came bounding out. That's the one I told you guys was beautiful here. There had been a pregnant stray in the area. Was this one of her babies? I looked down at the puppy. It was the end of October. Sure to get quite cold that night. I can't leave you in the road, can I? I said, tucking the puppy in the front pocket of my sweatshirt. That's how little it was. He put it in the pocket of his sweatshirt. I didn't even question whether or not to keep him. Albert, that was a nice name. I love you, Albert. You are gorgeous. These pets, God put this man in this situation because not everybody trusts me. Trust me when I say this. I know from experience, not everybody loves animals like this. Some even kill and hurt animals. I have people like that in my own family. They think, oh, it's just a blank, blank dog. They say that. I still have horrible memories from when I was younger of stuff about animals. Anyway, they're so lucky that this guy is the one that came up on them. So blessed. God put these people together. He knew this man would feel sorry for these babies and take care of them. Albert, that was a nice name. Sure is. I'd love to have that dog. Sherman and I really want another dog so bad, but we need to get a car before we can do anything. That's why we're really hoping for the stimulus money so we can get a car, because I'm not going to have one if I can't take it to the vet. And we have to have insurance here now. They're making you have insurance, and I don't know how much that is. And I got to make sure I'm able to take it to a vet before I get one. But we are very lonely. Anyway, back at the house, I paused at the front door. How would the puppy get along with the kitten? I called Jordan again. She was never going to believe this. No, she wouldn't. Just rescued a cat, now a dog. And if they're both babies, which they are, they'll get along just fine. Because I had Dottie, when I told you she fit in the palm of my hand. And then I had a kitten as well that I got, and his name was Oreo. I named him Oreo. He was black and white too. And they grew up together, and they were best friends, always playing. And Dottie acted like a cat. She grew up acting like a cat because of Oreo. But my stepdad ended up doing something with my cat one day, and I never seen him again. And Dottie was distant with animals ever since then and wouldn't let none around her. Anyway, should I keep Squeaky and Albert apart? I asked. I don't want them fighting. No, she said. I think they can help each other. Albert climbed up on the couch. I set Squeaky down near him. Albert started to nose around. Please let them get along, I prayed. Then Squeaky curled up against Albert's back, and they snuggled into each other. They were like found family. And me? I was lucky enough to be their dad. I sat down and watched them sleep. Nestled together, I couldn't remember the last time I'd stopped working long enough to appreciate something so simple and wonderful. Slow down, God seemed to say. Take in the blessings around you. Now I knew what I'd come back to Texas for. Shannon Minter from Winsboro, Texas. I cannot get over how gorgeous that dog is. Look at Albert. You look at those eyes and you tell me that dogs don't have souls. Look in those eyes. I know they have souls. And they have feelings just like we do. They hurt just like we do. They get happy just like we do. They get hungry and sick just like we do. They can get depressed just like we do. They're not just a dog, but they have a soul. They're one of God's special creatures. And if we're not going to treat them good and like a family member, we shouldn't own them. So I hope you guys enjoyed that story, how I met my pet. I thought it was a really cute story. Where'd you come from? Ain't that cute dog?
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. Tell me that dog don't got a soul.
You know it does.
Look in them eyes.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I hope you have a great night.